ladies and gentlemen all. Thank you so much for being here today to be introduced to my selection to the Indiana Court of Appeals. As you know, and as I have said before, these are decisions that are of the most importance that any governor could ever make, and I certainly hold that opinion again today. But again, it bears repeating that selections to our first and to our top two really highest courts, there's no more important decision that can be made. And I'm honored to once again have this opportunity to do so. And again, at the outset, I want to thank the Judicial Nominating Committee for all your hard work, once again, all the due diligence that went into it. Again, you did not make this an easy decision, nor a quick one. Each of the three would have served admirably in this post, and certainly under your leadership, Chief Justice Rush, we continue to see the highest caliber of men and women step forward and pursue this calling. And so it does give me great honor today to present to you Judge Elizabeth Frances Tavitas, who will serve on the Court of Appeals. And there are three things in both her professional and her personal life, on both fronts, that I would like to briefly share with you. First and foremost, Judge Tavitas, her intellect is known far and wide. She has a deep understanding of our constitutions, but plural, both our federal and our state constitutions, for our laws and for our rules, and she applies them. Again, known for this, applying them both fairly. Even the, as I've come to know, even the litigants and attorneys that have been on the losing side of her rulings have praised her for her sound legal reasoning and her grasp of complex issues and a respectful way in which she treats those who come before her. And something else that really impressed me is to come to learn in regards to her rulings that she's exercised this firm belief in the concept of judicial restraint. As a judge, she's also made it known that she avoids injecting her personal views into the law. And I have every confidence that Judge Tavitas will take that great care that she's brought to date to the Court of Appeals and make sure that anything that is perceived to be unfair or unconstitutional, that doesn't clearly violate our Constitution, won't fly. And secondly, she's devoted her judicial career to working with families in crisis. This is something that we see far too much of, and something that she's become known for. As we are all aware, many Hoosier families are suffering and struggling, especially the least among us. And more of these families end up involved in our legal system. Today, family-related cases are a substantial part of the work of our judiciary. Chief Justice Rush and I talk about this frequently. And she's devoted the past 20 years, 2 decades, to this very area on the bench, working with families. And she will now bring that heightened level of both experience and expertise to the Court of Appeals. Third, Judge Tavitas has been uniquely innovative in opening new avenues to access, critically important, access to justice in her own community. On a daily basis, she has seen, and I would say more than most of us, that not everyone has the financial means to hire an attorney to represent them, especially in legal matters that deal with things that tug at the heart of the family, matters like parental rights and custody and divorce, things in life that have this tremendous ripple effect. Enter Judge Tavitas. She saw that need. She knew the funding was tight, but nonetheless, she set out to address and take on that challenge. So she established a pro bono clinic in Gary, Indiana, where those without the means could have attorneys to assist them in their filings. She established low-cost mediation for families, knowing that the best result, is often reached by the parties themselves, not imposed upon them by a judge. She also established a volunteer, I want to stress that, a volunteer guardian program so that children would have their own independent advocate in the courtroom. These acts have not only improved the judiciary in Lake County, but I would submit to you they have improved the lives of people, residents in Lake County. Now let me just take one more moment to share a few thoughts about Judge Tavitas' personal side of life. And I'll tell you 3 things on this front as well. First, she grew up in South Bend, and she is what we Hoosiers call a double-dumber, having received her undergraduate and her law degrees, both from Notre Dame, so go Irish. And then after finishing law school, she spent her legal career in Lake County. She began as a prosecutor and then switched to defense work, all while maintaining a private practice. She then first took the bench in 1998 as a juvenile court referee, and then was appointed by Governor Daniels to the Lake County Superior Court in 2006. Judge Barnes, whose seat Judge Tavitas will take, is from St. Joe County, where she was raised. And with her background, Judge Tavitas brings to our appellate court a deep appreciation of both North Central and Northwest Indiana. Secondly, which became very apparent to me very quickly, her personality is one of both quiet strength and resolve. Before we met, having thankfully never been in her courtroom myself, I asked about her demeanor on the bench. And I learned through our team's work that she doesn't pound the gavel or issue ultimatums to litigants. Instead, she's known for handling the complexities of cases with both a real sense of calm and for empathy for all of those who are involved, something very, very important to my decision-making process. So she's my kind of roll up the sleeves judge that creates real-world, real-time, workable solutions with the resources that she has. Don't mistake that quiet or calm for not being tenacious or having a real focus on perseverance. She's one of those folks who you come across in life who always gets the job done. And finally, she is a mother of 3 and a recent grandmother of 1. And her son, her oldest, is an attorney. Her second child and first daughter is in law school. And her third child, I should say third adult child, is also in college right now, a daughter as well. And I guess odds are she's on her way to law school ultimately too. But regardless of where they all end up, Judge Tavitas, as a parent, congratulations on a job well done. In all of these things and so much more, it gives me such a solid sense of assurance that Judge Tavitas is both deserving and the right choice for the Indiana Court of Appeals. Judge, it is now your time. It is your time to create your own legacy as the newest member of the Indiana Court of Appeals. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Governor Holcomb. I'm so honored to be here today and thrilled to be joining the Court of Appeals. To start, I want to first introduce my family again. I have my daughter, Catherine, if you want to join me. She's a student at NYU. She will be finishing her senior year this year. My son, Nathan, he's a lawyer, works in Chicago. My daughter-in-law, Evelyn, and my newest grandbaby, Susanna Elizabeth. So this is my family. My daughter, Christian, who's at Georgetown Law School, was unable to attend today. She's still working in DC. So if you all want to sit, you can. I won't make you stand up. I stand here today as a public servant ready to serve this great state of Indiana at the next level. I will work diligently and with humility, and I will remain faithful to the rule of law in my role as an appellate judge. It is humbling to stand here with true leaders of our state. I have great admiration for Governor Holcomb and his service to Indiana. Thank you for your confidence in me. We have Chief Justice Rush and Judge Baker. Both of you have provided such leadership to the state of Indiana, and I appreciate all of your work for the judiciary, and you have been great role models for me, and I appreciate that. And all the members of the Court of Appeals here today and the Supreme Court, I appreciate all of your support and working with all my future colleagues. They have such wisdom and commitment to the court that I will be knocking on their door and looking forward to the days. I certainly cannot replace Jeff Barnes. He's a guiding on the court, as we all know, and a great public servant. But I hope to continue his legacy to be a great public servant in the state of Indiana. And I do have a comment as say that we both attend Notre Dame and we are both big Virginia football fans. So we do have that in common. And I want to thank the Governor's Legal Counsel and all the members of the Indiana Nominating and Judiciary Commission for all of your meticulous and tireless work and service during the selection process. It has been an honor to be nominated along with Judge Stettler and Attorney Van Gilder, both of whom did great public service in Indiana and are respected members of their legal community. It also is important to recognize and thank the many people who have been so gracious in providing support, education opportunities, guidance, and collegiality throughout the years. And I am grateful for all of that support. And I have to state that I'm grateful for the support of my trial court staff. They've been great support to me over the years, and I appreciate all the work they've done for the trial court. And as Governor Holcomb mentioned, just to tell you a little bit about myself, I was born, raised, educated in St. Joseph County, where I was fortunate to attend Notre Dame, both as an undergraduate and at the law school. I've spent my entire legal career, however, in Lake County. And so I spent half of my year growing up in St. Joe County and half of my life in Lake County, which gives me a perspective of both counties that I can bring to the court. I will bring all of this experience along with my 20 years of service on the bench to the Court of Appeals. But most of all, I bring to the court my passion for public service and my respect for the rule of law, and for my passion for access to justice for all those who cannot afford to hire attorneys. I will work diligently on committees and commissions to improve the law, and I look forward to collaborating with all branches of government and furtherance of the problems that Indiana faces. To close, let me say that I am truly excited to join my new judicial family and to work with all of them and others serving the state with the common goal of improving the law and the justice system. Thank you all, and thank you again, Governor Holcomb.
Good afternoon. My name is John Baker, and I appear today as a representative of the Indiana Court of Appeals as its senior member, as our Chief Judge, Nancy Badick, is out of the country and unavailable. First of all, I'd like to express our appreciation to all of the lawyers and the judges who made themselves available for consideration to succeed our colleague, Judge Michael Barnes. The quality of our court is dependent upon the quality of the applicant pool. Next, I'd like to thank Chief Justice Rush and her Judicial Nominating Commission for selecting 3 outstanding candidates for the governor's consideration. And I'd also like to thank the governor and his able staff for their thoughtful and comprehensive process utilized in making this selection, which is announced today. Lastly, I have the privilege of welcoming Judge Tavitas as a colleague and a partner in working to resolve disputes in a timely and thorough fashion, as is our custom. We look forward to getting to know her and her family better in the months and years to come, and to work with her and her new staff. Welcome aboard, our new colleague. Thank you, ma'am.